In this episode, we will explore God's dual relationship with our world and how Shabbat reflects this. Physical objects have 6 dimensions: up, down, left, right, forwards and backward. Think of a cube, and these 6 dimensions become clear, but reality has another dimension, the spiritual. In a cube, this is represented as the center point from which the other 6 emerge. It is an intangible point, symbolizing the world that cannot be seen, but is nevertheless foundational. The world is created in 6 days, representing the 6 dimensions of the physical world. Shabbat is the 7th day. It connects the world to a different, higher dimension. It is the bridge between the physical and spiritual dimensions. The number 8 represents another world altogether, a world that is purely spiritual. To summarize, 6 represents the physical, 8 represents the spiritual, and 7 is the bridge. Shabbat connects the physical world to the divine, making the spiritual dimension a part of our lived experience. God's presence brings 2 things to our world: elevation and blessing. He elevates physical creation with meaning, purpose, and holiness. He also generates blessings because He is the source of all life, energy, and abundance. Shabbat reflects these 2 aspects of God's connection with the world. The sages of the Talmud would welcome in Shabbat by invoking the image of Shabbat as a bride and as a queen. The Shabbat queen symbolizes the majesty and holiness with which God elevates our existence. The Shabbat bride symbolizes God's loving presence that brings blessing and abundance into our lives. These 2 aspects, elevation and blessing, are reflected in the dual nature of Shabbat. It is a day of holiness and restriction, a day on which we refrain from many activities to acknowledge the sanctity of the experience, but it is also a day of blessing and abundance. We are commanded to celebrate, indulging in the wondrous bounty of creation. This duality of Shabbat reflects God's twofold relationship with our world. On the one hand, He is the King of all kings, a lofty, all-powerful, unknowable being. On the other hand, He is our loving parent, an intensely personal God, and the source of all life. He is both immanent and transcendent, near us and beyond us, within us and above us. Shabbat both reflects and enables us to embrace this duality. It is the bride and the queen, connecting the divine with the earthly. The 7th day is the bridge between 6 and 8, the touch point between heaven and earth. I invite you to learn more by reading my new book, Shabbat, A Day to Create Yourself, and find out how you can use Shabbat to get creative and change your life.